Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the first squad tier list video. Today we are ranking just the base weapons in squad, not just based on classes or anything. Just doing straight base weapons on what's assigned to each country. In no means does this mean that you're going to lose the game because you get this gun. The game still requires full amount of teamwork and coordination from the commanders and the squad leads. And then basically it's just what I've struggled as an infantry player myself, just trying to rack up kills and stuff like that or take out squads. That's what I've struggled with, just based on gun gameplay in general. So we're just gonna go ahead, get on into it. All right, so here we are. So first off, we're gonna start with the obvious S tier. It's gonna be the U.S. Army. In general, their gun is the M4A1. It's a solid gun, and honestly any video game you play in real life, solid gun. The sights are amazing for the U.S. Army. So you don't have any downgraded sights. The sights are the best in the whole game. Really, the U.S. Army spends money on their weapons, so that's why they're gonna get an easy S tier. There's just no arguments. It's hands down best gun in the game. Best like starter gun in the game. You know, we can't get into like snipers and stuff like that. That's completely different style. Then we're gonna go ahead over to the British Army. Now they use the what's it called? The the L85A2, and that is right here, and that's pretty solid. They're going into B tier. The only reasons why it brings it down is the sights that they're given really kind of downgrade the weapon. It shoots very straight, doesn't have high recoil unless you're shooting it auto. But if you're just single tapping this gun, it's very solid. Just if they had better ACOGs, I think this would be going into A tier. But yeah, it's definitely a B tier weapon. Next, we have the Canadian Army. That's a C8A3, and that is going into S tier. It is almost as good as an M4. I think they lack the ACOG, but it's still okay because the holographic is probably the best holographic in the game, and it's a very clean sight. So the next thing is going down in the dumps, the G3A4 from the Middle Eastern. It's honestly the worst weapon in the game. I don't think you could get any worse than this thing. It is just terrible. Sights suck. The iron sights suck. The gun has high recoil, single fire, or automatic. I just can't find any reason why I would want to play with this gun compared to any of the others. The Russian army is next. They're an A tier. The AK-74M is hands down the best AK in the game. It does pretty good stuff. Shoots straight. Actually has pretty good distance for being just a base rifle. ACOG's good. Everything's actually really good about the AKM. AK-74M, sorry. The AKM is for the insurgents. They're going down to C tier. Now it does shoot straight. Like it's actually like it might be even B tier, but it's a B C tier kind of weapon. We're gonna, I'm gonna change my mind after the second thinking about it. It kind of reminds me of the L85A2. It shoots straight, everything like that. Sights could be a little bit better, but it is pretty good of a weapon. With the insurgents, they also get an SKS as another class base weapon. The insurgents, they do have quite a handful of different weapons. They're not ones to choose one weapon and just use that. So I picked the SKS as well because that's a very common gun with the sapper class, and So this gun sucks. The iron sight, you get no distance. There's no view distance. It's only an iron sight gun. If they had added a sight to this weapon to make it usable, then I would rank it higher. Just the fact that it doesn't have a sight kills this gun. And then finally, we have the irregular militia. They have the AKS 74, and that is a B tier gun as well. Performs the same as the other AK, not as good as the Russian AK, but the AKs are just all around your solid B tier kind of weapon. Really, the guns are good in this game. Don't get me wrong. Some guns have to fall lower than others, obviously, and just the G3A4 is honestly the worst weapon. I don't know what they could do to improve this thing. They take it out, please. But no, I still find myself winning games with this gun. It's just not as fun of a game. Having scopes definitely changes your infantry playstyle. Definitely makes you more comfortable, stuff like that. But I don't enjoy getting a regular militia too often, and I always get it, which sucks. But anyways, enough of that. I do like squads team play. Guns really don't affect, winning the game in full. It depends on how many flanks you get, stuff like that, how many tickets you expunge and take away from the other team. You gotta really work with your team in order to get their ticket count down. So really, the weapon doesn't fully matter, but in my mind, it still matters a bit, and that's why I'm making this tier list, just to kind of, talk about the ins and outs of squad. I'll be making some map ones. I'll make a tank tier list, and what else we got planned? I think I got another tier list planned. I just forget what it is, but it'll be coming out probably in the next couple weeks. But next, just comment down below what tier list you want to see for squad, because I wanna get my my thoughts out there for everybody. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, comment down below, so that way we can increase some views. Tell your friends that are interested in video games. I don't want you to tell friends that aren't interested in video games. It's a waste of time. But thanks.